Hey, it's your girl, Just Bree, coming at you with another video from the Rat Tail. We don't need no long introductions. Um, so I will say that she made a post, and we are going to read it in concert. All right, here it goes. Let's see. So an hour ago, she posted. I'm sorry, I gotta get it out. All right, hold on. I think I'm gonna make some ravioli real quick. I'm hungry. Today, I hate my son's father more than I did yesterday. So, therapy much? I mean, you are raising a black boy, and you're on a national platform talking about you hate your son's father. So, when he sees that, that's gonna make him really happy, huh, Soncerae? Hatred is a really strong word. It just goes to show that, sis, you need therapy, and I can recommend a good therapist in California. My mom says something along the lines of, I'm about to call that ninja and tell him Just is a three-nager now. What does that what? A three-nager now. First I thought it said teenager, but now I'm reading it again. It says a three-nager. That he needs to be sending twice as much money as he is sending now. Soncerae, when are you going to give it up? Just accept the fact that you chose to give birth to this child. You chose not to get an abortion. You chose not to give him up for adoption like you claim you thought about. You chose to go on and take this responsibility. So why can't you just deal with it? And then, you could have been dating somebody by now and found somebody that you could have fell in love with again. You act like Priest was just, I mean, honest to God, $400 a week should make your girl, your $400 a week man still make your pussy worker. And I'm only cracking on him because these people are damn near 40 years old and she is still upset over this man who she claims made $400 a week. Okay. Whew, child. And why does she need this money? She's so wealthy. So Big Kathy goes on to say, I got his number. Okay. Mind you guys, this man is only sending $269 a month because he's ordered to do so by the court. Okay, bitch, some people don't get shit. Be happy with that 269. Living in high ass California, where you say everybody is wealthy, and take that money and shut the fuck up. He barely wants to send that. How do you know? He been sending it consistently. Have you tried to stop it? Have you tried to downsize it? Have you said, I don't work no more? I'm working less? Like, what the hell? Um, I don't know what made her think she could call him and get him to send more. Again, why are we asking a $400 a week man to send more money? I had to remind her. Mom, we went through a whole global pandemic, the death of George Floyd, riots, earthquakes, fires, and a rumor that I committed suicide that she initiated, and he didn't call to see if justice was okay once. Girl, I can't defend him in that, in that aspect. But girl, you really got to be trash for him not to just even, I mean, honest to God. He's trash too, though. He's real trash. But you took his son away from him. You keep failing to mention that, bitch. You picked up and you left for California just based off because you claim that you had been saying you was going to do that. He didn't say he was going to California. But anyway, child, they have never met. He could have changed his number. She was like, touche, you have a point. Well, hell, did you even call the bother to see if he changed the number or not? The hell? Ain't nothing wrong with calling him. I mean, why the fuck wouldn't you call him? So you gonna sit and wait for him to call you out? Call you? I mean, I guess if that's the game you want to play. Um, right after that, I go look at my comments on TikTok, and some faceless troll puts under my video. You had a bitch. I ain't faceless. My pictures is very obvious. You and I'll tell you, you had a baby by a married man. Karma's kicking your ass. Like bad shit wasn't happening to me before I had my son. What kind of bad shit? You said you was rich. What kind of bad shit? All your abusive men, husbands, fiancés? Girl, if karma is kicking my ass, it's been doing it for 40 years. Oh. So now we playing the victim. She's a victim, guys. Soncerae is the victim. Yes. Congratulations, Soncerae. You are a victim. Okay. Hate is a strong word. However, I'm dead ass. I pray on it. So if I hated Priest 50% more before my mom said what she said, then I definitely hate him 75%. Oh my God. 75% more on top of the 50% because no person should be able to even hint at saying I had a baby by a married man. Oh, Jesus. We are supposed to be married in one big happy family here in California as planned. So you want your $400 a week man down there with you in Cali? Is that what you're saying? That same man that you wanted to push on YouTube, you wanted to push Yahora on him, you wanted to push him to want to be, successful, to make you happy, not bothering to ask him what the fuck would make him happy, bitch. Did you ask him that? I doubt it. Because you too worried about trying to put on this persona. That's why you jumped on here so fucking quick before you knew the motherfucker, talking about how special he was and this, that, and the third, only for the shit to crumble in your motherfucking face, bitch, within 3 months. As planned, yet he has people out here thinking I was his mistress and I have some side baby he didn't want. That's why I keep having to say the truth over and over. Bitch, you don't have to keep saying shit. People gonna think what the fuck they want to think. And, at the end of the day, you know your truth, which is a lie. But you know your truth. Or your side of the story, rather. His ex-wife was dating his ex-wife. Bitch, if they didn't get a divorce, you know this. You so fucking stupid. His wife was dating someone else when I met them both. I mean, first of all, bitch, it's too much confusion going on in the first fucking place. I meet a man and I go on a date. And okay, just say by the second date, he goes, well, I kind of had his wife on the side over here, that we going through some things, but yeah, girl, Then, so you say, oh, okay, well, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Then you find out he ain't had no place to stay, for real, for real. When you was driving back and forth to go visit him, where the fuck was he living at? I guess his grandmother's house, right? So you going to see a married, separated man at his Grammy house while you living in the house with Dre, Miss I'm rich bitch. You living with Dre, he living with his grandmama. And this is what y'all and y'all in y'all damn late 30s. Child. Okay. And he making $400 a week. Okay. My pussy would have turned off so damn fast. It would have got dried up so fast, child. You wouldn't have had to say boo. But anyway. She knew who I was and was completely fine with him moving on and with with just the best. Sorry. She even congratulated me on being pregnant. Called after Jessica was born and tried to be nice. Well, what the fuck does that get her? She didn't have to call shit. She probably was genuinely calling asking about him. But your ass probably was like, put him on the phone. Put him on the phone. Tell him to get his ass down. He probably acting a damn fool. She seen Soncerae, I've been listening to you for years, bitch. And that lady sound way, and I'm a good judge of character, and that lady sound way more sincere than anything you got going on, bitch. Her facade was hilarious now that I think about it. Women who pretend they are innocent should have a special torture chamber in hell. Really, bitch? Pretend like she innocent. She didn't do shit. She didn't. She said some stuff. She said whatever she said. Not on you, no motherfucking loyalty, bitch. I mean, at the time she was with the other man. That's who she was feeling. You drove Priest back to Sedonia. The fuck? And after them being together for so many years. Shit. Of course they gonna be loyal to one another. You came in the picture all of 6 motherfucking months. And you think this man's supposed to stop, drop, and roll for you. That's what you wanted to happen. But bitch, it didn't happen. Oh, Lord. After a few months of him cheating on me, how's it cheating if you're polyamorous? He telling you about the women, bitch. He telling you, I like this one, I like that one. She got a fat ass, this, that, and the third. How is that cheating? After a few months of him cheating on me, he chose to go back with her and also sleep with other women. She allowed it. I mean, hence why they together, bitch, and you're not. You should have just shut the hell up and let him cheat in peace. She said, I wouldn't. Not Miss Polyamorous. Miss Polyamorous wouldn't let the man cheat in peace, huh? That's not the place I am or was in life. Girl. Oh, Father God. Low energy men choose who's easiest, not who's better for them. So he low energy because he don't want your ass? I was about to say something. What the hell was it? Damn, I forgot. I say this and will continue to say this is not because it bothers me. Oh no, it doesn't bother you. You just said you hate the man and you wish that Sedonia would burn in hell. Not because it bothers me that people refer to me as some home wrecking whore. Girl, obviously you ain't wreck nobody home if they still back together, bitch. Or they was together. I say this because I want my son to know the truth about his parents. Okay, so a child really needs to get into detail about all this bullshit that grown adults have fucking going on. He needs to know all of that, right? You are a sorry piece of shit. Now I'm back to girl. As much as priests deserve a shit piece of shit of the year, bitch, you take the motherfucking cake. Um, I mean, at the end of the day, Soncerae, all you can do is be there for your son until he starts to ask questions. And when he asks, "Where is my father?" what you should say is, I mean, let me think about this for a second, y'all. When he starts to realize his father isn't around, because Lord knows this bitch, she probably gonna tell him everything. I could just imagine what she gonna tell poor baby Justice when he turned 10 and could start talking. But anyway, that's another story, bitch. Cause you still ain't let nobody hear him speak all his 4 different languages. Cause he probably still speaking gibberish, bitch. Anyway, you could say, and I want some people to give her some comments, some advice in the comment section, if you don't mind. Just give her a little something what to say to the boy when he start asking about his daddy. Maybe you could say, well, you know, just say you don't know. Just say I don't know for now. Until he can get a better understanding, until he, just be age appropriate at least, Soncerae. Don't start telling the boy at 4 because shit, he barely can talk. He can't understand as it is, Soncerae. While you sitting up there talking about he speak 4 or 5 different languages. So please don't give him all this at the age of 4, bitch. When he asks about his father, just explain to him at 4. Just you probably could just be like, well, honey, I wish I could tell you, but mommy doesn't know right now. Um, he lives in another place. I don't know. Somebody help her out here in the comment section. My thing is, why Big Kathy couldn't be some kind of mediator? And bitch, you really need to take responsibility for coming on here talking shit about his family online. That's a major part of where you fucked up at. Talking about the people online. So of course she's not gonna take responsibility for none of that because she's trash. So and her coochie get wet for $400 a week. But anyway. La 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 la. I say, okay. I don't want him seeing something false on the internet and it affects him forever. Okay, so you talking shit about his father not gonna affect him forever. Ever. Okay. His father is too weak to defend him, but I'm not. We plan to have justice. We plan to be married. We plan to live together. His father led me to believe he was in love when he wasn't. He's a coward. No, bitch, he ran game on your ass to get some coochie. Bottom line, end of story. You was not that important in his life that, he just he was in the middle of a separation. Regardless of what the fuck he said, couldn't no nigga come up to me talking about, hey, I'm separated. But I'm living with my grandma, and I make $400 a week. No, no, no. You know what I would say, Soncerae? And that's what you could say the next time some homosexual approach you. Honey, I'll be right back if y'all on a date or y'all whatever. And go to the bathroom and go out the back door. That's what you do. See, that's what you do. That's what I do. Obviously, that's not what you do, but that's what I do. Cause I don't, I was about to say I don't mess with married men, but I didn't intentionally. Well, shit. Let me shut up. Take myself in the hole. But one of my ex was a separated married man. Okay, but he lived alone, and he had his kids all the time, but he lived alone, and I was over there often. Okay, bitch. Um, and eventually he did get a divorce. Okay. Um, but the bottom line is he had been living in his own place for a few years at least by the time I even gave him any play. Um, Things don't always work out as planned. I love my son, and if he never meets his father, I will still be there for him. For him, that's what he'll always be certain of. Well, I hope so. Shit, he your child. Um, it's just such a disservice of how, she's so resentful, and she puts out all this negative energy about men. She just made a post, I don't know, today or whatever, talking about, and people wonder why I'm single because men ain't shit. Girl, if you don't sit your ass down. Girl. Oh, shit. You know how many times I done been shitted on or shitted on somebody? That shit goes both ways. And it's all about choices. Choices. And your expectations and your level of which, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, can't nobody, you can't approach me. And I'm not saying I'm all this or that or whatever. But like my best friend told her guy friend that was asking about me. She said, I'm gonna tell you right now, you better come correct. You better come correct. Because she know how I roll. I don't think too highly of myself because that's just not me. Um, I'm not no high sedity chick where I like girly things, but I'm not super girly or nothing like that. So, but just at the end of the day, I just need you to have a job. Basically, if you got a job and a place to stay and some transportation, hopefully it ain't no, Pinto. At our age anyway, shit, we in our 40s. Long as you got the basics, cause I can't be average looking for, especially at my age, looking for Boris Kojo or some multi-millionaire. The fuck? So shit, just the three basics. I mean, hell, you know, it don't. I mean, it don't take all of that. And that's the standard for me. That's my standard, and I stick to it. Okay. And I try not to. Let me see. Let me just see. When me and my son father was going through what we was going through, ultimately, let's just put it this way. Ultimately, I put my big girl panties on. I'm like, you know what? It was a choice. He may have participated, but I did choose to bring forth and carry this child. He put the semen in, granted. I wanted the semen. But ultimately, irregardless of what was gonna go down, what happened, what didn't happen, I was like, this is my kid. This is my baby. You know what I'm saying? So eventually he came around because I didn't leave the fucking city. I didn't move across the country. The fuck? And we had issues. We had a lot of issues. Trust and believe it was some issues. Because, you know, at the time, and I'm not on here to tell all my business because I made some choices even back then, 12 years ago, that wasn't, that just never should have happened. But anyway, um, let me see. Let me see. I don't know. I just, I wasn't gonna get on here or get on Facebook. I never once got at the time, like Facebook was a thing. And no, when my son was born, Facebook just came about, really. I think I made like some subliminals on Facebook. I've done that. Um, but other than trying to tell everybody who will listen my problems with him, hell no. You know? And he did some fucked up shit now. It was some fucked up shit that went down. But he started to come back around and things of that nature, and we was, you know, ugh, a mess. It was sometimes, but we eventually it got better. That was a long time ago now, so. But and I've been through this, like with my daughter's father. I actually did move across. Well, I moved from New York to Florida, so he was not able to partake for the first couple of years. He didn't meet my daughter till she was 2. But I had to move. I didn't have a choice. I was a teenager. My dad had custody, and then, um, my daughter's father, he was off and on, in and out, off and on rather. Um, so and I remember one time I was just so determined to try to just be a part of his life. I drove because I was living where I'm living, and he's living where we live. But I initially I had was an hour and a half away. Okay, long story short. So I rented a car to come up here to see him and spend time with him, me, him, and my daughter, thinking it was gonna be, so, oh, so lovely. That picture perfect situation or whatever. I come up here with that rental car and we staying at his partner house. I ain't even going there. But his partner had houses because he was a drug kingpin. So, and he just came home about 5 years ago from doing 20 years. So his homeboy had houses, so we stayed at the house, one of the houses. And he takes my rental car and just like hauls ass, like the majority of the day, and leave me and my daughter at the house by herself. Okay. So I mean, been there, done that, could write a book on a bitch. But and I'm saying that to say, like, you're not obviously not the only one. But and not for nothing, I thought about this too. My daughter's father, My daughter didn't invite. I don't know. She didn't even. Well, let's put it this way. He didn't come to her prom, either prom. She went to both her proms, and he didn't come see about her on graduation day either. Her graduation, but she did invite him to her surgery a couple of years ago. So shit. Everything have its way of working itself out, bitch. I don't care if it's 10 years from now, 20 years from now. He's going to want to find his father at the end of the day. And hopefully, Priest will still be alive so that he can meet him because he's going to want that. And I hope and pray that you will guide him in that direction and put your hatred aside because your hatred doesn't matter. All he wants is his father, you know? And ultimately, when my daughter's father showed up at her surgery, I was just like, I mean, I didn't really think much about it. Initially, I was like, it was like a gut punch. I ain't gonna lie. But I knew they had been talking anyway. So in spite of him, not being consistent in her life, and all the drama and the back and forth that she kind of had to hear. Like one time, okay, for example, real quick, and I'm about to let y'all go. One time he took the kids. He had my daughter. He has several children. He took my daughter, her little sister, overnight. And child, or for a week, for the weekend or some shit. And he was supposed to bring them back on a Sunday. Mind you, I didn't know where he lived, and that's bad. But I I didn't know where he lived. I knew where he lived, but I didn't know the address. Okay, I had never been over to the house or anything. I knew the address or the area that they stayed in. They lived in a particular housing project, but I had never been to the house. So, and it was all the way on the other side of town. Not that I wouldn't go on the other side of town for my child, but anyway, I did not know exactly where he stayed. So Sunday come, he's supposed to return the kids. He didn't come. So it's by a certain time he didn't come. So it's getting later and later and later. And I'm like, when are you bringing the kids? So he kept, putting it out, I'm bringing them. And then it just got to a point where it was like, okay, well, I'll bring them in the morning. Oh, what he did was he said he was going to bring them in the morning because they had school the next day. It was Sunday. So they had school. Monday come. Monday morning come, no kids. So hours go by, still no kids. So at some point I talked to him, I'm like, I'm sending a cab for them kids and I want you to put them in the cab and bring them back home. Send them home. You pay, He goes, well, you paying for it, which wasn't a problem, but he just wouldn't give me the address. So anyway, long story short, we get the kids back finally later on that afternoon or something. And come to find out, him and his wife had got into it. I think she took the car keys, so he didn't have the car keys to bring them home was the problem. And instead of him getting somebody to bring them to us, it was just a mess. Anyway, it was so long ago. But anyway, all right, y'all. Feel free to hit the like, share, subscribe. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the what? Heck up out of here. All right, y'all. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you again soon.